How's it going, lobsters? It's the Doxing Lobster coming at you live with a interesting weird collection video. In this video, I was going to show just the magazines, a new one that I recently got. It's not new. Dragon Ball Z and some Nintendo Power magazines, as well as something else involving Nintendo, involving one of these magazines later. If you like videos like this or anything like that, make sure to leave a like, leave a thumbs up as well. Subscribe for more Deoxys Link Lobster content. All right, let's continue. Ooh. So the first one is a Beckett magazine. There's these really cool magazines from Beckett, and there's this artist named Jeff Amno or something who would make these nuts covers. Like, look at that. This is so sick. So Beckett made Pokemon magazines. They did Dragon Ball Z magazines. I think they even did Yu-Gi-Oh magazines at one point. And these are really sick, especially this one specifically. It was $10 back then, but this is the first one of the best of Dragon Ball Z. What that is just that they would have these magazines that were like half the size of these normally, and then they'd come out with these big ones once in a while. So this is the first one, so let's take a look. It's really old. I had a friend who wrote in it good, okay, and sucks, and he just wrote that for a bunch of different cards in here that he likes or doesn't like. And it just is nostalgic to look at this stuff. I mean, I have sometimes like dream about random action figures of Dragon Ball Z or the stupid toy stuff that I used to get all the time. Not stupid, fun, nerdy stuff. So I had Jeff Amino. I would always call him Amno because I didn't know how it looked. If you see his picture, he's the one who made all the art on like the covers of these magazines. You can see art right here at the back. There's the signature yet, so I didn't know that was Amano. And then we've got my friend Drew on the, the hair of Super Saiyan Gohan there. But again, just being able to see all these old action figures that I used to get from way back when. I don't think I ever got the Bulma or Garlic Jr. one. It's just some nostalgic nonsense right there. I swear. And we got more here and here. And they also have like random weird facts that you could see about characters and stuff. So it was really cool that they like put this kind of stuff in magazines. This was one of my favorite parts too in the magazines, is just seeing like art of random people. So there's like, look at this, like Jose Chavez drew that age 20. I think that's pretty awesome. I can't draw as well as some of these people. That's a pretty good 11-year-old Vegeta. That's awesome. It's something that like I probably would draw now. It's really cool art. I like this one where it's like Goku turning Super Saiyan Goku. Some of them are just like exactly like as it is in the show. It's nuts. This one, oh, this one I remember. That one's probably one of my favorite ones that someone drew. Hold on, let's zoom. That looks sick. That would be like a cool tattoo if I had a tattoo. And more art. So see here, issue number 2 is coming soon. Now I actually had more of these, but unfortunately I like tossed them because I had so much nonsense when I was like moving it one time. But yeah, maybe I can ship this in and get the next one. Maybe they still got some. These are the cards that I guess my friend labeled and stuff from this magazine, and I don't know, this is all future Trunks / Frieza Saga. So he was obsessed with King Cold, and I actually completely missed the King Cold series, so that was unfortunate. But these were kind of cool. And then they had like these silver cards at the end too. I think I have this Piccolo one. Who is the weakest link? So you'd have to answer these questions and then write your answers, and you'd have a chance to win a complete set of all those VCR videos. Dragon Ball Z, man, that's so nostalgic. This part's really cool. I would honestly want to go in this part in more detail. If you'd want a video of me going over the ultimate Dragon Ball character guide, let me know. There's some really cool facts. This is really sick. It goes from alphabetical order to, we got Angela, whoever the heck that is, all the way up until... Oh, this would take hours to go over everything. I don't read. There's 250 different Dragon Ball Z characters that they briefly talk about in here. So it's pretty awesome. They don't have a picture for each one, but pretty cool. This is the other sick covers that Jeff Amno did for some of the magazines. That was like the first ever magazine issue, so it came out in 2000. So this this is another crazy thing. I don't know how detailed this is, but it tells you a brief synopsis of episodes 1 through 27. That's just crazy. This looks really cool. I always like that. I like how they just have this one Dragon Ball GT character there. You can win a Dragon Ball booster box of cards. This was always interesting. They always had these price guides in some of these Beckett magazines that would show you the price range of certain cards, action figures, and things like that. It was cool to see some of the art and just like some more crazy action figures. It's one of my favorite ones because I love red Super Saiyan Gogeta 4. That was sick. I didn't even know who Gogeta was when I got that. And so yeah, that was the Dragon Ball Z magazine. I do have other Dragon Ball Z stuff if you ever want me to show it in the future video. Let me know in the comments. So this next magazine, honestly, there isn't too much that I want to show through these Nintendo Power magazines. So maybe I'll just skim through them a bit and we'll see how it goes. So I've got here issue number 74, which I haven't really looked through, and issue number 116, which has got a bunch of N64 stuff. There's something important here I gotta show as well. So the reason why I got this specific issue, I actually bought it recently, is that it had some stickers in it from Earthbound. I was looking at a Angry Video Game Nerd magazine where he was talking about magazines smelling like poopy, and it had some scratch and sniff stickers, and they were basically advertising the game as stinking. So it was interesting. So I don't know, Nintendo Power magazines were pretty awesome back in the day. They just had some really confusing random things going on in them for ads. It was the guy who snaked his new issue of Nintendo Power. It's the guy crowd surfing. Throw yourself into action. That's how they got you to buy these magazines. Alright, so we got some really weird nuts Donkey Kong Land stock art that's really creepy. Also, you would see some things like people's drawings. So we got a Proto Man. I have no idea what that is. It almost looks like Deadpool. And some more art. We got the Joker and Final Fantasy and I don't know what that other thing is. Super NES Top 20. You can see the best games that were out at the time. So Donkey Kong Country was beating A Link to the Past at one point. I really don't know if this happens. Is it just there's just so much hype for a game as soon as it comes out, where the graphics too nuts. So that was probably a big seller for it. These are pretty interesting too. Game Boy Top 10 movie-based games at number 1. Lion King, Unreal. For Game Boy, really, that's that good? True Lies for Super Nintendo, that's hilarious. Can't believe that's even up there. I didn't even know there was a Super Nintendo version of it. I have the Game Boy. That movie's good. Arnold's amazing. Ooh, I don't know where this is, but there's some cool... Oh, that's E3. What am I saying? We got like a nice little, like a Earthbound area. Oh man, this is so nuts. I did skim through this a little bit earlier, and this made me laugh. Just this person going ham on the Virtual Boy. Their eyes are gone. This actually also made me laugh. So some of these Nintendo Power magazines would have posters in them. And I got Booger Man, a pick and flick adventure. Coming soon to Super Nintendo. Oh, are you done? That's so gross. Is that me? Chrono Trigger, another game that's kind of like, I don't know, is the same. Is Chrono Trigger made by the same people as Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Quest? Because they look quite similar. I mean, look at this dude. He might as well be Gogeta 4. And then you've even got a Bulma look-alike right here. What? This looks so bad. The hottest spot. Master of the Bass. Unreal. Okay, this art is almost like Street Fighter or something, but it just like looks like that. Alright. What the heck? Oh my gosh, are you serious? Alright, see? Grand prize win a complete entertainment system from Life Fitness. Plus a 27-inch television and a Super NES. So it's got, no joke, a peripheral that goes on to the Life Fitness. And it's got X, Y, A, B buttons on it. Oh my gosh. I wonder if that's like really expensive or if there was that many of that or not. I'm curious. I'm just getting pumped for the next part, honestly, at this point. Alright, so here it is. Warning. Use only in a well-ventilated area. So this is the thing that Angry Video Game Nerd was talking about in his Earthbound video. I wanted to get this for sure because I love Earthbound. It's one of my favorite games. I don't really talk about it that much, but it really is. As if life didn't stink enough already, now be prepared for Earthbound, first role-playing game with B.O. Imagine the horror in the aftermath of a terrible meteor strike or an evil alien invasion. Burping, belching, gaseous monsters roam the streets of your hometown. Your only chance to survive and avoid their nasty smells is to learn the powers Okay, I got confused this thing because this game stinks. Okay, so there is 2 scratch and sniffs. There's a pizza and Master Belch. So Master Belch, I'm gonna try him first. It's like a mix of like erasers and like pepper. I don't know. Let's see this pizza now. See, that one just smells like straight pepper. Like, I mean, that actually smells almost appetizing, but this smells like crap a little bit. Like black pepper and mixed with like belchiness. Actually, it's got a minty smell to it. That's kind of interesting. All right, in the next magazine, we've got Nintendo Power for N64. This is the 1/16th Nintendo Power. So there are some things in here that I might look out to, like, you know, this 6 stock art of a Poe, Link, and some Zelda stuff. That's pretty awesome. Looks like a bunch of Game Boy Color games. Nightmare Creatures. This game always looked brutally gruesome, but I bought it and never really finished it. It was like an action horror game. This looks like the only thing that would be like Silent Hill like on N64 besides maybe Resident Evil 2. The N64 Castlevania, Link's Awakening DX. I've never played the color dungeon in that one, so I don't know if I'm a true Zelda fan. Look at this sick art people drew. That's nuts. It's really good. This is actually pretty funny. It says, "Why didn't I get what I wanted, Mom?" And it's like, sweet. It's just Santa playing his N64. It's funny. Some more random stats for y'all. We've got Ocarina of Time at number 1, of course. GoldenEye, Banjo. I mean, honestly, you can't go wrong with that top 3. Majora's Mask was not out yet. We've got Warzone. I own most of these games. WCW NVO Revenge. I wonder how good that is. I've never tried that. Game Boy. We've got Pokemon in 2nd. Link's Awakening in 1st. Okay. James Bond 007. I'm really not sure. Is it that good? Is it really that much better than Super Mario Land 2 or Final Fantasy or Tetris? I'm really curious. And what is this most wanted? I guess it's just what people want. They want a Game Boy Color over Pokemon Stadium. They want a Nintendo 64 disc drive. Wait, hold on. Is this stuff that's can't come out yet, or what's going on? So maybe all this stuff didn't come out yet. This is a cool art of Bomberman Dinosaur Hunter. Castlevania 64 was one of the only Castlevania games I beat, and honestly, it's one of my favorites. It's a pretty cool game. Again, how am I saying it's one of my favorite if it's the only one I played? Typical 90s ads. The only game that's bigger than Cartman's Big Fat. You know, it's so funny. I saw these screenshots of Turok Seeds of Evil, and I almost crapped my pants. Just look at that, like, child rescued. You found me! Dude, that face. That might be more disturbing than any Silent Hill 1 monster. Scars! Shadowgate 64 also had kind of some troll faces. Alright, y'all, so before we get to this last page, one of the main reasons I want to show this other magazine is sometimes when I get Nintendo Power magazines, I would go to a page that was like this, and it would show these really OG Ocarina of Time action figures of Ganondorf, Link, and Zelda. I actually think it's funny right here that they spelled Ganon with the double N there, so it's kind of interesting. They didn't even call them Ganondorf, which I thought was weird. But I've always seen these. I do have Legend of Zelda action figures, but I always felt like these look just like more detailed and more like the N64 figures than the other ones I have. I mean, the other ones I have were interesting, but they kind of made Link really skinny and stuff like that. It would be really sick to get this, or like, I don't know, have these at some point. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? This is unreal. I bought this, another kind of pricey-esque thing. I really... Hold on one sec. Oh my gosh! I never actually seen the specific one. So, but those action figures that we just saw, there's apparently like a whole set of them in one here. That's so nuts. I'm kind of tempted of taking them out. It's funny that only Link has accessories. Got a Master Sword, but they look so detailed compared to the other one. I don't even know if I'm going to take this out because this looks pretty nuts. I'm probably going to clean it up and just have it out for a bit like this. This Ganondorf's face looks pretty small. Let me see. But that's pretty cool. If you like if you like this trip down nostalgia lane through these different magazines and stuff like this, or you want to see random stuff in future videos, you know, make sure to give a suggestion in the comments. Make sure to leave a like and thumbs up as well for more Deoxys Link Lobster content. It was fun doing this, and this thing is awesome. I'm glad I got it. Oh no! It doesn't look like Link's sword goes into the sheath. That's okay. They look pretty sick regardless. Thank you for watching. Have a good one, y'all. This is Deoxys Lobster. Sign out!